Good afternoon. My name is Tammy Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be giving you a presentation titled Outside the Box. The presentation is about a book by the Arbinger Institute titled Leadership and Self-Deception: Getting Out of the Box. The Arbinger Institute is an institute that's been around for about 75 years. The first 10 years or so, they focused the study on health science, science of the mind, decision making. And then about 35 years ago, they started applying that to relationships in the workplace and at home. The purpose of the book, Leadership and Self-Deception: Getting Outside the Box, is self-evaluation. How do we communicate with others? How do we perceive the actions of others? How does that affect our relationships? Reflection, the things that you do and say and how that changes relationships and improved relationships. An ideal audience for this book, one would be young adults. I think as young adults, you're searching to find out who you are and what makes relationships and life in general work. This book really focuses on kind of the blame game and how that can lead to negative emotions that you project on other people. I think that's important for young adults to look at and focus on. I think the same can be said for college students. As your brain is being molded and changed by theories and being exposed to different cultures, this is a great base or foundation to build upon. Professionals in the work environment, I think as a young professional, we look at the things or the ways that other people work and say, well, if so-and-so did his job, then I could do my job better, instead of focusing on the things that we have control over. And that's basically the premise of the book. Like, getting out of your box means you need to focus on the things you have control on instead of worrying about the things other people have control over. And that improves your relationships because you don't set expectations which are built on other people changing their behavior instead of you changing yours. I think this would be great in families too. Being married for a long time, I think that you look at your spouse and you have expectations of, wow, I really wish John would take out the trash before I got home. And you never say that, and you get home and you already have the mindset, he's not going to have taken it out, and then you're upset before you even see him. So you're in the box, and by making those assumptions, you're putting John in the box, and you can't be happy if you're both in the box. Some strengths of this book. It was a very easy read. I've read it in about 2 days. It was told from the vantage point of a seasoned professional having a discussion with a younger professional, but the examples used were real life examples, dealing with jobs, dealing with kids. It made it very relatable. The examples for change were very easy to apply to yourself and thought when you're reading the book. It was a good book. Again, applies to family, work, and relationships. I think the key here for this book was the focus of making relationships better through communication, through perception, and really through working on yourself instead of trying to change others. Some shortcomings. And the book was a little slow to start in that you're like, inside of the box, outside of the box, what does that mean to me? You kind of really have to get into the storytelling between Bud and Tom, who are the two main characters, and then it starts to make sense and click and flow along, and that's really where you start to get into it. Appeals to your emotions. I put this as a shortcoming because I know plenty of people who don't like the touchy-feely, emotion engaging books, And if that is something you don't care for, this book would not appeal to you at all, because there are some moments that will make you appeal to your emotions. And then the blame game. The objectives achieved were, it definitely put a perspective on relationships, communication, and focus. And as far as a recommendation from this book, I would highly recommend it to the target audience previously mentioned. Are there any questions? Thank you very much.